Now there's a thriving arts community in Lowertown. It has the largest concentration of working artists of any city in the Midwest, with 500 at last count.
Yeah, it's pretty big, and this large and growing community makes quite an impact on the quality of life in the neighborhood. Todd Walker shows us how.
Good morning. Well, another aspect of Lowertown that is incredibly interesting and makes us a vibrant community is all the artists that live down here. There's lofts, there's different warehouses that have all been converted, and they're all packed with artists. And I don't know if you've ever not been on the art crawl, you got to come down and check out the art crawl. So I thought I'd introduce you to two of the artists. This is Rhea and Dan. So Rhea, now tell me, you obviously put together these great, amazing photographs. So what brought you to Lowertown?
A big part of why I came to Lowertown is the community. It's not only is it vibrant and helps artists come from the bottom up, but it also allows you to get into arts organization. So like so the St. Paul Art Collective, Lowertown First Friday, so we can find ways to show our art and interact with artists on an everyday basis. So like Lowertown First Fridays, you kind of go from studio to studio, building to building, and you get to see artists, see how they live and see how they work. And then on my side, since I'm doing arts organizing, I get to interact with all of them and see how they do it, and also kind of gain an aspect of like how everything is made and created.
So it's a vibrance for you to have community of individuals that are all artists.
Yeah, and it's amazing for networking, because you know there's an issue with galleries and how to find galleries these days. So we kind of band together and do our own things and host our own shows, and it's out of this world. It's pretty great.
All right, so now Dan, a lot of people talk about Minneapolis, and you got to live in Minneapolis, and there's so many artists over there. So Dan, sell it to me now. Come on. So you're a Lowertown resident. What brings you here?
Originally what I came down here for was the music. I mean, there's amazing jazz music. There's the Fantastic Merlins down at the Black Dog every Friday. It's great music. And I realized that most of the friends that I knew that played music were living in St. Paul, a lot in Lowertown.
Yeah, I mean, McNally Smith College, obviously, where you said you went there. So I mean, there's a music community, and then the jazz festival that was just a couple of weeks ago, and I know Concrete and Grass is coming up. So Lowertown works for you?
It works amazingly for me. As a musician and a visual artist, it's the best place that you can connect with other musicians and artists and really organize cool events and make things happen.
And where else could you live in a great warehouse like this, have your dog running around? Well, I hope you've enjoyed our tour of Lowertown and the revitalized, amazing neighborhood there is down here. From arts to incredibly great food to fitness and to just the culture that all happens right down here in Lowertown. Don't miss it. Check it out. You will enjoy the new Lowertown. Back to you guys.